but I'm editing this back and I realised when I was filming my eye makeup of this video, I didn't press the record button, which has happened so many times, but normally I realised no. And that section contained talking about my past relationship, the situationship that broke me, and what was the other bit? Oh, what was the other bit? Oh, and dating in general. So I'm going to film a part 2 to that today. So you're just going to see me looking like this, ready for Jay to sort my locks out. And when you get to the next part of this video, I'm going to look a bit more glam, look a bit better. But I do spill the tea in this video. But look out for part 2. I really hope you enjoy it. And if you're anyone from my past life and you don't want to hear potential things that could or could not be about you, who knows? If the cap fits, wear it. Then I click off this video because, you know, it's all for the bands, it's all for the people that want to laugh on a Saturday afternoon. So yeah, I hope you enjoy it and keep your eyes peeled. Hello everybody and welcome back for a brand new video. So for today's video, I'm sitting down and I'm gonna paint my face, it's the first time in ages, do some eyeshadow, which I love, and talk to you guys about the interesting love life that I have. Talking to you about Tinder, answering your questions, which is at the end of the video, so make sure you stay tuned. So yeah, talking about my past relationship in a way, but not going too much into it. As I previously said, I wouldn't talk about it anymore, but it's related to this, like it fits in with this video. And then about dating, the situationship that I broke my silence on a bit in one of my vlogs. There's more tears spilt. There's a lot of tea being spilt in this video. There's a lot of shade, if you will. Now I know that sounds so petty, but hello, I'm Lily and I'm the queen of pettiness. So if you don't like it, or you were in my life and you're still watching my channel, hi, I'd click off this video because it's not for you. So yes, and then I'm talking about kind of like the situation I'm in now. But yeah, it's been one of my favourite videos to film. So if you want to hear me ramble for probably about 30 minutes, then carry on watching. Okay, so I'm back, I've had some lunch. We're doing good. So this is the look. I'm obsessed. So we're going to prime, and I can't exactly remember where I got to, so if I repeat myself, I apologise, but I know we've, like, look at this, I can't wait to use this sponge. I normally use a brush to apply this foundation, but this sponge, I haven't used it in a while, and it's a good sponge, Coco Cosmetics by Chloe. So I can't fully remember where we're at, but I've talked about the ex, talked about dating, talked about the situationship with Tim. What else? Tinder in itself as an experience. Let's talk about Tinder. Let's talk about Tinder. Gonna use this e.l.f. Power Grip Primer because I used it last time and I didn't like the effect of my makeup. I think it's because I put something underneath this and I used the wrong setting spray. So we're gonna do a video, and I didn't use it properly per the instructions. So, however, it's just really weird. The texture, I was not ready for it, like at all. But it's very tacky. Look at the stick. So yeah, Tinder, obviously you've got to be careful, obviously. And I'm very aware of that, so I'm not silly, you know, and I try to go for people with verified accounts because they have to actually verify their face. Or if they don't have that, I always ask if they've got like Snapchat or something, because then you can send a live photo. So if you're new to Tinder and you've never used any dating app before, try and do those things, because otherwise you could end up in a really bad situation. And you don't want that. Look at that. It is a good primer, I think, but obviously I don't think I used it right or with the right product, so I'm using it on its own underneath my foundation. So if I don't like it after this, then everyone that says the qualities of this is a liar, because, well, I'm not necessarily a liar, but you know what I mean. So yeah, I've been on some good dates from Tinder. There's one that sticks out that wasn't good, so we'll talk about this one. And we'll talk about we'll talk about my first ever date from Tinder. So it was very, very quick actually, because I matched with him on the Saturday. It was after London, so I didn't. I matched with him on Friday or Saturday. So it's when I went to London to watch Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. So we're talking about May. Okay, so yeah. So I matched with him. Let's call him Rob. His name is not Rob. Any names I use are not actually their real names, because I wouldn't do that. So basically, matched with Rob, seemed like a nice guy. Good looking, good personality. The chat was there. And then when I got back from London, we were on the phone for like 2.5 hours. So I felt like the ice was well and truly broken. Like, we talked about a lot. So then, my darlings, he then went, I want to take you out tomorrow for dinner, like some dinner or lunch. I'll come to you, like you'll be probably about 2-hour commute to get to you from where I am, but it's fine, I'm happy to do that. I was like, that's really sweet. We like this, like the attitude. Okay. So he then comes to me, we go to an Italian restaurant, we go for an Italian restaurant in my local area, not my godparents' one. But he booked it, because I said to him, can you show me the booking confirmation, because I just don't want to be fucked over. Show me the booking book confirmation. I was like, okay, right, I can get dressed up, it's going to be nice. We went for lunch on a Sunday, which is very odd for me. Like, it's not the normal sitch. So yeah, so we went for lunch. I remember calling my mum when I went for a fag and went, he's really nice. Like, he was nice on the phone, he's actually well nice. And then we went and chilled by the river, by mine, and we just like were chatting again. Like, honestly, I didn't get home, like I left at 12, I didn't get home until like 7. Like, it was really, really nice. We didn't kiss, ironically. I thought he was going to kiss me when we were chilling by the river. Like, don't get me wrong, you don't have to kiss on the first date. I personally, I'll be honest, do. Because I like a kiss, alright? Let a girl live. So yeah. But he didn't. And then when he went to give me a hug, I didn't even clock that he tried to kiss me, but obviously because I went in for the hug, I clearly pied him. Glad I did in the end. So yeah, and then we were just talking for like a day after, and then disappeared. So I was like, not too bothered, because I barely know you, hun, but seriously, people just need to grow a pair of balls. So yeah, it's gonna look like a lot of foundation. It is. I probably don't need this much on my face because Charlotte Tilbury knows what she's doing when it comes to coverage, but never mind. And this is when the magic happens. So yeah, so that was my first Tinder date, but he set the bar for dates quite high because he was really nice, he was really polite, like, he had the chat, like, I was literally just sat there really hearing him talk, which is a nice change, because normally, I'm not trying to sound braggy, but I normally have to carry a conversation at a dinner table, I'm not gonna lie, because we all know I chat for bloody England, but it's not even that I don't give people a chance, they just normally just don't talk. So yeah, what else? See, that was like my, oh god, I've got foundation in my hair, that is not a mood. Lovely, never mind. So yeah, that was my first date with Rob. I love this sponge. I forget how much I love it because I've been using a brush. Like, that looks chef's kiss. Anywho, so yeah, my first date. The worst Tinder date I've ever had so far. Right, let me walk you through it. So I matched with, let's call him Tony. I don't know where I'm plucking his names from. He was Greek, lovely accent. I've got to be honest, I'm a bit of a sucker for an accent. So yeah, he had an accent, he was charming, we FaceTimed on like Snapchat beforehand, like the day, like a week before, no, a day or so before we actually met. He was local, really local to me, so it worked like perfectly. We went for lunch in a local pub, and it just, like, he had so much chat when we were on the phone, like so much. He was talking about like where he comes from and just talking loads. So I was thinking, oh my god, we're gonna get on, like, he's gorgeous, he's got really good chat, this is nice. We're on the same level about things. I was thinking, I may have struck gold. No, I did not. So we got there and people said, was it the language barrier? Which obviously it could have been, for sure, if I hadn't have called him first. There was no language barrier at all. And he was just boring. Like, not in a horrible way, like, he was lovely. And I'm sure, like, he is a really lovely person. And he did say, oh, well, I'm really sorry, I don't talk that much. And I'm thinking, but you did on the phone. Maybe it's a confidence thing. So I'm not a bitch. But it's just like, it was a bit like gutting, because obviously I was expecting something that wasn't there. And he was just, I don't know, like, and then when I was honest with him about the fact that I just don't think this is gonna work personally, he was fine about it, but then he also got a bit salty, and I'm like, hun, would you rather me be honest or lie to you? Do you know what I mean? I'm going to use this brush. I've never used it before. It's from Beauty Pie, and I really hope it works, because otherwise I'm going to cry because of the price. I'm just going to tap it in. Ooh. Mmm. I don't know, do I like it? I'm not going anywhere, but still. It's a really dense brush. Right, let me just blend this in. Okay, review on the brush. Very happy. And I don't normally like brushes for concealer, but I think it's because it's so dense. Like, it's amazing, and it just really gets in those nooks and crannies. So, would I recommend? So far, so good. And if you've got Beauty Pie membership, you save so much money. I'm just going to use that just to pat in everywhere. Ooh. Very happy with that. So I might get some more brushes at some point using my mum's membership. Okay, I'm going to put my makeup away as I go, because otherwise it gets too messy. I am doing a full face Primark makeup, I promise, but I needed a powder, and this is the My Perfect Colour one. Oh my god, it's beautiful. Like, it's really, really nice. So I may just buy this from now on when my local Primark have my shade, which is hardly ever often. But hey ho, I go to London in a couple of weeks with my mum to see Russell Howard. So, you know, so I can just pick one up from Oxford Street. Is this? Oh, I need to clean this. But it's fine. So we're just gonna set those under eyes. Oh, that just looks so good. Oh. I know you're probably supposed to use puffs with, yeah, I need to clean this because, like, look at it. I cleaned it today. But yeah, so that was like my worst, and it wasn't even that bad, I guess, but it was just so awkward. Like, and then we chilled by the river again, but like really far down the river, and sat on these benches, and it was just, I don't know, like, I just wasn't feeling it at all, like, whatsoever. So yeah, I just don't know. I just don't know. But anyway, that's in the past now, do you know what I mean? I just don't feel like this powder puff's doing much because of how dirty it is. I'm just going to lightly put some powder over my face, because very lightly, because obviously I have got to put some cream products on, and that's why I love this Trigwell brush, because it's so fluffy. I just literally pick up a tiny bit of product, dust, 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 done. And I just love the packaging. Very sleek Primark, very sleek. Okay, so yeah. The one-liners I've got in my Slinder. They've slid into my Tinder profile, that's why I said Slinder. A class. Some of them are very sexual, some of them are not sexual, and some of them are just fucking funny. But yeah, boys, honestly, will do anything for sex. Is what I have learnt from Tinder. Well, I knew that anyway, because I'm not trying to be sexist, but it's true. Let's add a bit of dimension to his face. However, I've got dry skin on it, and it's really annoying me, so I'm gonna get the tweezers out. So yeah, it's been a laugh. As I said, I've made some friends through it as well. People that actually decided, maybe not for like each other in that way, but we're class people, so we might as well be friends, which is lovely. So yeah. It's just been an absolute blast, I have to be honest, and it's just created me with some lols, and it's provided my friendship group with some entertainment, let's just say that. I keep sending them TikToks going, there's always that one friend that's like, love life is shite, but provides great entertainment, and all my friends have gone back to me like, yeah, that's you. Cheers, guys. Felt violated by TikTok. I've not been violated by my friends. It doesn't have to look perfect, to be honest, but I want to get some nice pictures, so. I'm made by Mitchell and never lets me down. However, that's quite thick, but never mind. As I said, really does not have to look perfect, even though it's going to look good because Mitchell just knows how to slay products. Anyway, so yeah, that is the vibe with that one. As I said, you really do need to be careful on Tinder and any dating apps, because we all hear the horror stories, but we also don't hear enough of the good stuff, I think, because I know a lot of people that have actually met their forever one from Tinder. I'm not saying I'm going to find that, but you just never know. So I do look at Tinder as like a positive thing, but also you do have to be obviously very wary with this day and age. Like, you know, like you just got to think to yourself, does this feel right? Because I've been in situations that have not felt right. And I won't go into those because they bring back a part of my life that I just don't want to think about. But, you know, like I've always been sick. I've been in my local place of drinking and going out. So yeah, but I want to be that kind of big sister kind of advice, you know, like big sister Lil. Please just be careful. Even if you know them and you're not even met them on a dating app, just be careful, because we all just, yeah. I love this makeup look. I'm not going anywhere, obviously, but never mind. I can look gorgeous, sit on my sofa and do some editing. So yeah, and then something else, because Tinder obviously can let you set your preference, whether that's just to one orientation, sexual orientation, or if it's for another one. I have set it to obviously my preference, and I've never spoken about this on my channel before, not because I didn't want to, but it's just never come up, you know. And some things you just think, do people even care? And you probably don't, because it doesn't change me as a person, it just makes me who I am. But I am bisexual. I have not had a relationship with a woman, so, but I like both men and women. And I got a book in a vlog, which actually you're going to see this before that, but it's about two women that end up together, and I said this could be very ironic to my makeup look, but you're already going to have seen this, so yeah. And I just think, like, oh, and this is linked to my sexuality, so being bisexual, like, not that I have to justify it, because it's my preference, it's me, there's nothing wrong with loving who you want to love, putting that out there. But I always do say to people, like, my sexual orientation, because for some people it's not for them. And I've never had anyone be rude about it, but this is not worse. Obviously being homophobic is like really bad. And I don't stand for people like that. Even before I came out to my family and to my friends, I hate it with a passion. I think anyone should hate it with a passion because it's vile. So yeah, but I have had an, I'm just going to go back to my ex-relationship, just not mention that completely. I hate it when people sexualise my sexuality. It annoys me because it's disgusting, it's degrading, and it's just like, I don't like women to turn you on. Do you see what I mean? I feel like this is like the realest talk that I've had on my channel ever, so you're welcome. But yeah, I don't know why I keep blending this, there was literally nothing to blend. But yeah, it just really grinds my gears when boys go, oh my god, that's so sexy, like, can I watch? No, go away. Do you see what I mean? I'm just like, where are you, like, what? Like, I can deal with someone going, oh, that's quite fit, to be fair. Because, like, fair play, like, whatever, go out your system, say it once. You do not need to say it 10,000 bloody times, honey, all right? But yeah, so that's a bit of me that maybe some of you didn't know. Because I'm proud of it, you know? Like, I am who I am, and screw off if you don't like it. I've gone on some dates with some girls before. Ow! But yeah, nothing's come of it, which is fine. But it showed me, because I was thinking, actually, do I, like, when I first thought to myself, well, I've known for a while, but you know what I mean, when I was thinking to myself, actually, yeah, I do think this is, I think this is a bit of me. And I thought, well, let's go on a few days, because otherwise it may just be being bi curious and just like exploring my sexuality. But yeah, I've been with women in many ways, put it that way, because I'm not gonna go into too much detail because that's just too much, cringe me out. But I've been on dates, I've been with women in multiple ways, and it's just, it's for me personally. But anyway, enough about that. So yeah, and I just want to say to anyone that is still got it within themselves, they haven't told anyone because they're scared, babes, I feel ya. I'm looking at you and I'm feeling ya, because I was crapping myself, and I've got one of the most, thankfully, one of the most understanding, welcoming, loving families ever. So just because I know obviously people say, well, if you've got that, then why are you worried? Because you still don't know. You still don't know how they're going to react. And the one person I was worried about, I'm going to be completely brutally honest, was my grandma. She didn't care. She was the only one I was worried about, because obviously it's the older generation, no disrespect. I know a lot of elder people don't care, but some do. And I was just worried that my grandma would have been one of them. But no. She's like, do what you got to do. be happy. As long as they don't hurt you, I don't care kind of vibe. She didn't say it like that, but yeah. So yeah, I'm kind of glad I told you guys now. I feel like yeah. Because it just looks like it's going to dispense it a bit lighter. Do you get what I mean? Okay, I think I've gotten a bit too top heavy with the bronzing. I'm so glad I'm not going out. But yeah, so, and it's also given me quite a big ego boost because a lot of people went, oh, you get attention, like, you're gonna be fine single. And it doesn't, I'm not cocky, I'm confident within myself and what I offer and what I'm about and the person I am, because, yeah. But just because people tell you you're attractive doesn't mean you think it yourself. Do you know what I mean? Because if that was the case, there'd be a lot less mental health issues in the world. So yeah, but it has given me the ego boost, and not even ego boost, just confidence boost to know that there are actually people out there that are willing to treat me the way I deserve to be treated, even if it's just casual, or not even just casual, but even if it's just something, just like a couple of dates, nothing too deep. You know, so my favourite blush of all time, I will tell you about this. It's in Peach by Collection. So cheap and amazing. Try and make it even this time. Which tones suit my, that was close, suit my skin so much, in my opinion. So yeah, that's Tinder. And then at the end of this video, I'm going to talk you guys through some of your questions that you asked, well, answer your questions even, that you've asked me over on Instagram, which is really helpful because I just love getting you guys involved in videos like this. My favourite step. And I may actually, because I need to be glam for no reason. No, wrong drop. Drip on. Because I actually, which I prefer it like that, so I'm just gonna use this one anyway. This highlight is gonna completely run out on me soon. I'm gonna be really sad. It'll give me any chance to use my other ones, to be fair. And I don't love it enough to try and hunt the world for it because it's definitely discontinued now, but it is a beaut. It's been with me probably far too long, but I will never get rid of it until it's died, like completely dead. But yeah, so covered that. And we'll answer your questions in a memento. But yeah, I just feel like I've been on a massive journey, still gonna be on a massive journey for a very long time. But that's fine, because I've got the right people around me now, and I think that's so important because me and my ex were in the same friendship group. Don't recommend that whatsoever unless it's a healthy situation. However, we were in the same friendship group and I said to myself, oh, well, I was friends with them before I was with him, so, you know, it'll be fine. It'll be fine if we break up. And then at the end of it, I was like, nah, because so much happened between me and those people. Some of it my fault, granted, and some of it theirs, which, yeah. And yeah, so I knew to myself, I was like, bear in mind I'd fallen out with most of them anyway, so it wasn't like I lost many. But I was like, I knew as soon, I was like, this is what they want, without going into too much detail, this is what they want. By halfway through our relationship, there was stuff starting to happen, you know, so I knew that they would be fucking probably drinking champagne when me and him split up, to be honest with you. But it is what it is, do you know what I mean? I sound really bitter, I'm not bitter, I just love showing that I just don't care about what I talk about. So yeah. Oh, just look at that. Mitchell, you absolute gem. Do you know what? I love him. Mitchell, I want you to do my makeup. Not that you're gonna watch this, let's be real. Have that bit in the corner? No, we'll stick with my normal. I'm gonna buy the mega one. You can get the mega one for 15 quid if it's on sale, and I'm gonna do that. But I don't want to use my brush to blend that in. Oh my god, look at that glow. She popping. Oh my god, I look like I've got a moon on my nose. So yeah, and I think if I actually had the balls like I do now, and did I have like the second half of my relationship with said people, but at the start, I don't think any of it would have really gone on the way it would have done, because I would have actually stood up for myself and gone, no, you know what, I'm not tolerating this, but I didn't. So, which is no excuse still, but as I said, like, I was to blame for some things, but some things I wasn't, and I was just constantly blamed for everything, and hence why I post quite a lot about being the villain in the story, because if that helps you sleep at night, honey buns, that's fine, because I am losing no sleep over you. But yeah, so, you know, I've learnt a lot. It's been a lot of hard lessons and very sort of like ones that I've struggled with, but what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So says Kelly Clarkson, and I bloody agree with her. So I just think it's important to try and take a positive from every negative situation, which I tell you now is rich coming from me, but I am trying my best, and that's all you can do, to be honest. So yeah, I've actually loved, like, I find it hard to love film. Well, no, I love filming makeup looks. I was explaining this to someone the other day, but I hate editing them. But I haven't made too many balls ups, so this won't need editing much. This setting spray is amazing. So, oh my chin looks orange. Let's blend that shit in. I've got to say, I do like this foundation blended in with a brush. However, I actually prefer it with a sponge. It looks so much better on the skin. Maybe that's where I've been going wrong. Unpopular opinion, probably, the All Night Setting Spray from Urban Decay. Not a fan. This, however, beautiful. And I love the scent as well. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. That nearly went wrong. But it's such a fine mist as well. So it's literally like my e.l.f. one. Obviously a lot more expensive. And it does last a lot better, I will be honest. My e.l.f. one's amazing. So if you don't want to spend the price tag of £28 for a full size of this one, the e.l.f. one, I'm not sure how much it is, but it is the micro fine, and I've used it quite a bit. I will use it all up because it's good. But it's a stay all night micro fine, so if you don't want to spend the money on this one is really good. It just doesn't last as long, but it's still good. But yeah, that just like melts in the products so beautifully. Thanks, mum, love you. But yeah, so as I said, I find it really hard to edit these videos because normally I screw up what I'm saying all the time, but today I've not done too bad. But yeah, so that's the makeup look. Nearly forgot to take off the foundation lip. Not cute. But yeah, so as I said, I've learned so much from being single again about myself as well as dating other people. However, I will say I tried to go into it way too soon, as some people loved to tell me. But they were right in a way, but not with what they were saying. So if you're watching thinking, ha, you agree, I don't agree with your negativity. And I really hope you're not watching my channel because I like positive people, not people that like to bring people down and get involved in people's situations. Anyway, I need to cool myself with this sassiness. But yeah, regardless. Lovely. Yeah, I've learned a lot and I'm still learning a lot, which is why any particular people I may be talking to now, I'm taking it hella slow. Hence why I'm not going to say anything on that, but yeah, I just think take your time because Rome wasn't built in a day, and if you try to rush it, like I did, some say I may still be rushing it. In my opinion, I'm not. I'm working on myself, yes. And if I find something along the way, then great, but I'm not going to go looking for it like I did with my situationship because that broke me, quite literally. But it was the fact that that person, Tim, integrated his way into my life with my family, my friends, like all of that. It all happened very fast, very quickly, which I know for some people it can work. Also, if you want to get yourself a new lip oil, oh my god, this is the Glaze lip oil. Does that not sound delicious? And in Getaway Terracotta. Love it. So yeah, so just don't, we'll do whatever you think's right, to be honest, because I can't sit here and go, don't rush, don't do this, because it's up to you. At the end of the day, it's your life, go live it, because I'm the exact same. Everyone goes, no, slow down. I'm like, nope, full steam ahead. But my point is, just do what makes you feel comfortable, but don't let anyone push your boundaries. That is what I've learned, because I've experienced that fairly recently, and it's not worth it. Like, my mum Like, you know, she was very good, bless her. But my point is, just don't let anyone take the piss or make you feel like your boundaries are insignificant, because they're not, hence the sunglasses. So we're going to go in with some questions. I'm going to leave them anonymous, but you girls and pals know exactly who asked what. But the first question was, are you on for dates or hookups? And I love this question with how direct it is. And I'm an open book, my darling, so this doesn't bother me at all. Okay, so honest answer, I think most people, or maybe this is just me, I got it to go on dates with people, but obviously you just never know what's going to happen. And you can quickly tell with people when you're talking to them what they're on there for. I have good intentions and I always conduct myself appropriately, especially according to the situation I'm in. But I would not judge people that are on there for hookups, because the majority of Tinder, or maybe my side of Tinder, the people I match with, are predominantly wanting short-term fun, casual. But as long, in my opinion, as long as you state that to the person you're talking to and getting to know, flirting with, banter, whatever, then that's fine. Because, you know, at the start of when I was on Tinder, I was not really looking for anything fully serious, because I'd just come out of a 3.5-year relationship and I was very mentally damaged. Not just from that though. I will give that situation a bit of slack. Not much, but a bit. So yeah, so I think it really varies. But for me personally now, who knows what I'm going to find on there. Like, I'm talking to a few people, we're going to see what happens. You know. And when I talk to a few people, not a lot, by the way, not have to justify myself, but I'm just saying. For any family that might be watching this, I'm behaving myself. Sometimes. But yeah, so I would say the dates and getting to know people, but obviously you just never know what's going to happen. Let's just leave it there. Next one. What are your red flags? Now, my darling, I don't know if I'm the right person to answer this, because I tend to walk past my red flags quite a lot, or straight into them. But the red flags I find, boys or girls, because of my preference, that don't like phone calls or FaceTime, I get rid as soon, because I just think that's odd, personally, for me. If they want to get to know me a bit more first, fair play, fair enough, that's fine. But if they're strongly against it, not for me. I just think it's very odd that you wouldn't want to call or FaceTime the person that you're potentially dating, seeing, whatever. So that's a red flag for me. Not family orientated, which, to be honest, I should have not been in previous situations for as long as I was. But it is what it is. I'm very family orientated. My family is absolutely everything to me. So if you're not family orientated and have that kind of groundedness about you, we're not going to get on. And I think how a person is with their family says a lot. It says a whole lot. So that as well. Red flags if you don't have manners, but I think that's just a casual thing, you know, just your complete like personality and charisma is just shit, you know, like if you haven't got manners, then what have you got? If you haven't got respect for people, what have you got really? Do you see what I mean? But once again, kind of walk through those ones a few times. So yeah, I'm gonna put my phone up here actually, because I would, yeah, I smashed the top of this, so well done Lily. Basically someone that just don't mind the mess. Oh no, that's so big. Look at her chilling. Sorry, I did not mean to call you a mess. You're not, you're fluffy and you're cute. Basically just going on a date with someone that is just as boring as brick. And that might make me sound nasty, but it's true, because I'm a very chatty person, can be quite overwhelming sometimes, but I always state this when I'm getting to know someone, so they are fully aware. So if that's not their cup of tea, then they know, and then they just don't have to continue it. But it's just someone that I don't vibe with, awkward. But thankfully I have been quite lucky, I haven't had many of those. It was literally just one that was like, I was sat there and I was like, no, what, I need to get out of this. And then we chilled for a bit, and then I was like, yeah, I need to go see my grandma. I did actually go and see my grandma, so I wasn't just using her as a scapegoat. My ideal date, so when boys ask me like what I would like to, or anyone ask me what I would like a first date to be, either like really chilled and I go for a walk somewhere, get to know them. Someone took me on a sunset date, which was really cute. No one has ever done that before, so it was my first, and it's a pretty damn good first. So yeah, go for a walk, chill, or even sort of like, if I know I've really connected on like a level with someone, like not connected as in feelings, but connected as in like you get on, you have the bands, you have the same personality types, like that kind of thing, then I'd suggest maybe like a dinner or drinks, because you know sat down with them isn't going to be awkward. But I've learnt from my worst date, not to do that or suggest that if I don't get on that, like if I don't click with that person initially. So yes. Best and worst things about Tinder. Okay, so the best thing about Tinder is the fact that I've jumped out my comfort zone. I'm realising that I am, it's gonna make me sound so vain. If you guys have known me for a long time and you've been on my channel for years, you will know I'm not. Just putting that out there first. It's made me, like, I feel good within myself some of the time, not a lot, but some of it. And I know how to look after myself when I'm mentally feeling up to it. I know how to look after myself, like I know I look somewhat, I hate talking like this because it makes me sound like I'm so like, oh my God, I'm so gorgeous. But I know I can be quite good looking sometimes, like I said it, there you go, done. But obviously, getting some attention, I'm sorry, I don't care what any Karen has to say about it. Getting some attention from people that are on your vibe and on your level and you're attracted to is nice. And I think we need to normalise the fact that getting attention does the good things for the mind. So yeah, I say that, and some of the people I met, like, as I said, even if things don't work out or haven't worked out, we're friends and it's just a laugh, you know, it's a great way to connect with people as well. The worst thing about Tinder, well, it's not about Tinder itself, it's about the people that use the app. So one thing I hate, for a start, it's disgusting. So when you're talking to a lad, or a girl, it can happen when you're talking to a girl as well. It hasn't actually happened to me talking to a girl, it's only happened to me talking to the boys. So boys, if you're watching, take note. It's not all boys, it's some. But in this case, it's quite a lot of some. Unsolicited and unwanted explicit pictures. I said it. Is the worst thing. Like, I will be chilling, doing my makeup, talking to my mum, and I will literally open a Snapchat and I'll be like, Jesus, I did not ask for that, want that, require that, and I did not need that burnt on my brain. Thank you very much. So, quite simply, remove, block, see ya, goodbye. Because if it's your thing, then that's fine, but not unasked for. Like, what if someone had my phone? That would be terrifying. So, I say that's the worst, and the boys that just don't even try to make a conversation, and once again I say this, I've only experienced this with boys, sorry boys, but it is what it is, that don't even try to have a conversation with you first. Like, if you straight up with me and say you just want a bit short-term fun, fair play, but it's the ones that just don't even try to kind of get to know you on any level, not even ask you any questions, don't even start the conversation with anything except wanna. And it's like, I know I'm beautiful, but there are something more about me than my, do you know what I mean? So I say that's the best, like, that's the worst bit about it for me. Okay, what are the best and the worst chat up lines you've been sent? Now we're gonna get Tinder up. Oh my, have I had some good uns. Now, I'm not gonna fully say some of it because if I have got any younger viewers watching, sorry, I've kind of grown up and I do swear quite a bit, love you all, but so I was talking to this person on Tinder, we'll call him Tom, also not called Tom, and he went, oh, what's up, mental or physical? And I went, mental and physical, to which he replied, being there sucks. I would say exercise can mask it pretty well if you weren't bad physically. And then I replied, physically due to mental health, but I swim. And he goes, that's even more confusing, that's even more confusing sentence than my ones. Didn't quite read it properly before I sent it. Anywho. So one of this is the same guy, Tom. It's not the best, it's probably a bit crap, but it's the way he first started it, going, how is every girl in so tall and hot? I mean, I'm not complaining. Someone put, hey, how may I be of assistance? Like, I'm not asking for a computer at B&Q. No, I'm not asking for a computer at PC World, do you know what I mean? Okay, so I put, I'm really out of myself, we're gonna call him Simon. Also not, I need to stop saying that because we all know it's not called Simon. Anyway, so in Simon's bio, It goes, professional shit talker, bottomless brunch date, question mark, trying to find my passenger princess. Now, if you know me or if you talk to me on Tinder, you know, I really hope you're not watching if you watch me on Tinder, because if you are, or if you're any of the guys that I've had on my Snapchat that I know watch my videos, hi, thanks for the views. And it goes, trying to find my passenger princess. And so I normally say, if anyone has that in their bio, designated passenger princess over here. So I'm baiting myself out, but hey ho, I went, gorgeous, point 1. Point 2, bottomless brunch is the key to my heart. Point 3, tats, sexy. Point 4, luckily for you, I'm a designated passenger princess and a professional shit talker. To which he replies, and this is brilliant, I love this banter. Effing hell, Lily, where have I just found my future wife? What's happened here? Stunning, tall, and an alky. Let me pop the ring out. That's one of my favourites, I've got to be honest. And then this guy put, you alright, you little weapon? Heart, no, star eye emoji. I put to someone, came here for you, but definitely the dog as well. I love it when people post pictures of their dogs. I'm definitely like mainly swiping just so I can meet their dog. And he goes, I'll take it. She's my little princess. I'm like, don't blame you. Your dog is cute. I'm just trying to find some good uns. Someone, he has actually replied to me, which is a bit orcs, but he put he's a dragon trainer at Hogwarts. So I put, this isn't really answering the question, but some of my chat lines, I guess. As a Harry Potter fan, please go into what it's like to be a dragon trainer at Hogwarts. Anyone that likes Harry Potter as well, I'm swiping them too. This one. Right, are you the wind? Because I'd love you to blow me. I put smooth, and he went, smooth enough for it to be true. Oh my god, it's just... And then someone put, I don't know what it meant though. He put, oi, back post. So, I have an idea, but I was like, huh? Press record. Okay, we're gonna go back to this one. This is one of the guys, a few guys I'm talking to. And he goes, can you do me a favour? Tie your shoes before you fall for someone else. And I replied, love that, haven't heard this one before. And he went, good, innit? He is lovely. And someone put 6 foot of fun. And I put, and sexiness. Honest to God, I'm too much. But I love it. My personality is either for you or not for you. I'm not Marmite. Some people were just boring. I'm not gonna lie, like evening, I make it interesting, make it spicy, not in even that way, but just come up with something better than, hola, how's Lily, for example. Oh, I've got to tell you guys this, so that's answered that bit, but oh my god, I've just seen him on here. Hilarious. So I went to school, junior school, with this boy. I haven't matched with him. Oh no. I've matched without realising to his younger brother who was in the year below us. I saw him and I was like, I recognise him from somewhere, but he's good looking. Swipe. And I matched me and I was like, I remember where from now. Yeah, the funny times, funny times. Yeah, basically, that's the point of that. But it was just so funny. So funny. In YouTube. Right, let's see if there's any other questions that you guys have asked me. What's your usual type? Now, my little chickens, I don't actually, and I know every single person says this, I don't technically have a type. And I say technically because the guys that I'm talking to now, once again, sounds really bad, it's not, are very different, all of them. Personality-wise, I'd say that as well, and looks. So, and no one's like my ex either at all, and I'm talking about personality and all sorts. So yeah, so I don't really, I like tall, my height or taller. Like if you're 5'11", it's fine. Anything less than that is a bit like no. And it's like all girls go like, oh, if it's not 6 foot, then I'm not interested. Being 5'4". So no disrespect if that's you, my honeys, but when there's girls like me that actually need a 6 foot plus guy, you understand. So tall, personality has to be good. I'm sorry, you could be the most, and trust me, I've been on some dates with some gorgeous boys, for example, and gorgeous women, but the women I haven't found this so much with. Once again, sorry boys. I kind of call it boy behaviour, not man behaviour. There's a very big difference. And they look like they're God's gift, but they also know it. So it kind of takes the effect away. However, they know they're gorgeous, they are beautiful, but they are absolute dick heads. You know, they're just not for me at all because they just don't have the personality. They're as boring as the wall in front of me. Actually, I think I'll get more conversation out of that, to be honest. And they just think like some girls, some guys, some whoever can think sometimes, not all of them, some things that they can carry their looks to carry for like cope on their, oh my god, they can rely on their looks to carry them everywhere, and that's not for me. It's not. Chatterbox over here needs to be with someone that is going to chatter as well. So yeah, I'm not really too fussy, to be honest, as long as you've got good vibe and just are a nice person. What do you look for from a partner? I've kind of answered that, haven't I? Someone that's honest, loyal, trustworthy. I think trust is a massive thing. Respects me, my boundaries and my trauma. And also, if I find someone along the way of what I'm going through right now, someone that's going to support me, isn't going to distract me from the therapy and all of that, if you know what I mean. So I'll still spend time with them, still love doing things with them, but also helping me make sure that I'm focused on this, because this is going to make a massive difference to me as a person. So someone that supports me and, yeah, family orientated, wants to do stuff with my family, I want to do stuff with their family, like just have a normal situation, which, trust me, I did not have for a very long time. So yeah. And preferably having a dog. Preferably. It's not like a must, but it's like a slight requirement. But yeah, so that is everything. This video is going to take a while to edit. I say that, but I'm actually really happy with how it's turned out, so I'm not going to have to edit too much. But I hope you really enjoyed this video. This is one of my favourite videos. I feel so happy after filming this. So I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comments. If there's any other things you want me to film and talk about whilst doing Get Ready With Me, so let me know. I'm going to be doing an OnlyFans opinions video because it's been requested by quite a few people over on Instagram. And basically that's just going to be me talking about what I think about the industry, which some people might not care, but I have had quite a few people ask me, and I'm going to let you guys know. There's something to talk about, isn't it? So yeah, make sure you smash a big thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, but yeah, let me know in the comments any content you want to see, and I'll see you in my next vlog or video, whichever you want first.